This is a good one.
Verdict, which would normally be like, well, there's not enough evidence here. There's not enough to prove anything. That will be abolished. So you are either going to be found guilty based on the accusations, or you have to prove that you're innocent.
So it'd be like the United States.
This is in Scotland. What
I can still prove my innocence.
Do you wear a body cam 24/7? I would. And I would make it obvious. I would wear a body cam right on my lapel.
Andrew
Wolnez. When anybody
asks
me, oh, what's that?
Man, that's the
I'm
thing.
recording everything I do 24/7 in case someone accuses me of something that I didn't do.
See, am I not the only one saying this?
On a hard drive. And then when some...
See, how long have I been saying this? I would record 24/7 if I could. Because y'all are so fucking horrible. And this guy doesn't have any idea. He doesn't have any idea how horrible it really is in person, in real life, taking this. Holy shit.
A woman says, oh, on such and such a day at such and such a time, you can have that thing time-stamped, and you can have a video. And that way you can at least prove. But you know what they'll do? They'll say, oh, it's doctored. It's like... This.
Or they'll pull like the police do. You have to pay us for the evidence of us beating you up. Oh yeah, and then your public pretenders aren't going to do their jobs anyway because you got a dick and you're homeless. They already know your chances are 0. The cops are all crooked, every one of them. You tell on one bad cop, and your life is over. You will never have an honest day in court. You will never have an honest chance unless you have a friend or family member who gives a shit immediately. Yes, I have rolling papers. No, I don't have enough tobacco to roll a full cigarette, or I wouldn't be smoking it out of my tobacco pipe. And I'm only up to 5% on this. I don't know why we're having such problems. You should have a better connection than that. Let's see if starting my car works, even though I'm almost... Why is Andrew Wolnez still on my channel? Why haven't I taken him off? Why am I still speaking up? Well, because of all of the abuse that I've had to endure. The fact that I've gone through this since 2015, okay? I hurt my back in October of 2015. It's now 2023. I didn't get disability until 2017, almost 2 years later. I took a lot of abuse, and a lot of people want to throw stuff that they did that cost money in my face. But I'm not allowed to say anything about any of the money that I spent, or the fact that their money and my money and all of the things that we wasted our money on, they didn't follow through. So it is their fault that it's a waste of money. They didn't even try. All they did was throw money at it, a little tiny bit at a time. Oh, Sean, I'll tell the truth eventually. You just have to be patient. Here's $50. I might send you another $50 in 6 months to 6 years. Who knows? Probably not. Oh, Sean, I'm afraid for my kids. Oh, Sean, I'm afraid for my kids. Really, if you were really afraid for your kids, you would have spoken up. You would have tried to turn it in. You would have made some fucking effort. But you literally made none. There's a lot of people who used to be my friends. I used to actually believe, for some odd fucking reason, that they actually gave a shit about me. When they showed that they didn't. I'm not a bad person for saying that they showed they didn't. When you show that you don't care, I'm not a bad person for telling the truth about it. When you showed that you were empty promises, I'm not a bad person for telling the truth about it. How do women help men? By treating men like they're a burden over and over and over and over again until those men kill themselves. How does a woman help a man? Well, unless she is sexually attracted to him or he's one of her kids. She will just demean him until he commits suicide. Laws that we have in the United States literally prevent disabled people, all disabled people, from having an honest day in court if nobody cares. It doesn't matter if it's against the law if nobody cares about the victim. If the victim is fat and ugly enough, you won't care. If the victim is scrawny and bald enough, you won't care. Doesn't matter the crime. Could be rape, could be murder, could be any crime in between, including physical assault, sexual assault. Social isolation. Isolation and deprivation. Deprivation of funds. See, that's the thing about every false charge. Every false charge that the cops had to drop was an attempt by me to turn it in alone because my friends were empty promises saying, we're gonna. Really, when? You promised me if I go to your place in California or someone else's place in Virginia or Tennessee or Alabama, I get bullied everywhere I go because I'm different. And these places bully me and bully me and bully me. And if I do what they want, if I do what they ask, they are 100% of the time, without a friend or family member, going to lie to me about the legal process and run in circles. 100% of the time, that is what they do. 100% of the time, they're going to deny you the rights of a disabled person. That includes a mentally ill person. And then they're going to play on the mentally ill tag to discredit their victim, you. Because you're a fucking nobody. These places know that they make 90% of their funding by taking advantage of at-risk adults. That includes most of these drug addicts, by the way. Meanwhile, people like Nicole Vertner want to send me to drug addicts who are just going to take advantage of me, like Brian. It's a good thing that I paid attention to what was going on. Otherwise, I wouldn't have any of my things. Because Nicole Vertner just wanted to argue and talk over me. This is what they all do. All mandated reporters when you're a male. If you're a disabled homeless man, holy shit, they are so fucking fucked. We're not considered human beings by your standards. There's a lady whose boyfriend came by and brought some cans for me. I guess when my phone died last time and I came over to my car, he came by while I was in my car, which I was kind of afraid of. It's alright though. I mean, I could really use the money, but it was a pleasant surprise, and she gave me a whole bunch of cans. What was it, yesterday? So it's alright. No, it's really not. I'm 100% for assisted termination of life for a reason. Everybody knows that if you go and take your shit out on a disabled homeless man, nobody is going to give a fuck. You just got to wait for an opportunity. One that you can get when he's alone by himself. Then you can do whatever you want. And you call him mentally ill. And you get away with it. Then you get all the sympathy you want, all the attention you want, all the fucking free goddamn drugs you want. And people harm an innocent man because you're complete and total shit. Andrew Wolnez is just one in a long string of fucking abusers. And you know what? These women who are so nice to me, they are nice, aren't they? Look how many of them are nice to me. But also look at the help that I really need. And I'm not getting that. The same help that you would offer a woman, you make a man beg for. And even then, you're going to make it take so long that he's just going to end up offing himself anyway. And you don't give a shit. He's a man. He deserves it, right? Isn't that what you sell yourself? All men are rapists. All men are murderers. Isn't that what you keep trying to pretend? You're killing us in record numbers. Most men are going single because they're just disgusted by all of you. They're disgusted by the fact that we're expected to bend over backwards only to be shown we're expendable. If you can call us mentally ill, you can do whatever you want to us. People are just going to assume, because that's what we've primed the American people. That's what we've primed them for. Every mass gunman, you just call him mentally ill and it's okay, right? Every homeless person, you say, oh, he's mentally ill. Or you say they're on drugs. That magically makes it okay, right? You'll help get the body cameras in Sammy Leon Lawrence IV situation. That's so sweet of you. When I saw that people who claimed to be my friends would speak up for people they didn't even fucking know. Same predators I had, but they didn't want to fucking hear it. They didn't care. They wanted to pretend that they did at one point. I've been disabled since 2015, physically. And the harder I try to jump through all these hoops alone, the longer I wait on somebody to actually care, the more you show me that the only option that a man has to get the hell away from you and the hell that you created is assisted termination of life or just outright alphing himself. The less attractive he is, the more he's going to have to work. The harder he's going to have to work. That's because of overhead. When you couple up, that's two people able to cover the overhead. If you're both working, if you both have an income. We've taught every girl in America how to play victim, how to whine for what she wants, and how to act like a child until she gets what she wants. With a child, at least, it's only a candy bar they're throwing a tantrum over. As an adult, there's much higher stakes. My phone is at 10%. I had to disassemble my phone a little bit earlier to try to get it to turn off. It didn't work because the battery is permanently in place, but I was able to finally get it to turn sideways so that I could power off the phone. The thing is, ain't no truce. The dude committed enough crimes against me, and I don't give a fuck what his goddamn excuse is. He does not, absolutely does not get to pawn this shit off on his fucking victim. Do any of these people stop to understand what it's actually like having to deal with so many predators? How many of you understand how much of this we have to deal with just because we have dicks, just as men? And then you consider that most crimes in America that are committed, the majority of crimes committed in this country are committed against the homeless. Because they're the people nobody gives a shit about. Not you, not the cops, not the hospitals. Nobody gives a fuck about the homeless. You only pretend to when you want to sucker somebody in for a story. It's so fucked up. You know what's even more fucked up than the news? How many of you go right along with that shit? You don't bother to find out what's really going on. You don't bother to look at both sides. When you claim to be a friend, that depends. What kind of a friend? A fair weather friend or a real friend? Are you only a friend when you want something? Or are you also a friend when your friend is in need? Are you going to keep on interrupting them to throw senseless and useless advice at them? Advice that is entirely and completely devoid of common sense? The solutions y'all want to make up. It's like blowing up a dam in order to save somebody's broken leg. Like, whoa. You were going way the fuck out there into alien conspiracy territory and shit. What the hell? You're going off into violence territory and shit. What the hell? All these people tell me these things over and over and over again. Prove it. Don't pretend that you give a shit and then fucking call me drunk and fucking talk over me. And then you want sympathy because you're a poor, pretty girl. Oh, poor you, poor you. No, fuck that bullshit. Now, the lady who brought the cans, she's not a bad person. She didn't do a bad thing. She was trying to do a good deed. As far as Andrew Wolnez goes, I cannot afford to take that kind of abuse. And I also cannot afford to let it go. That's what you guys don't understand. I can't function because of exactly that kind of shit. Y'all are just fucked up people. How many hundreds of people's names are on my YouTube channel now because of their stupidity? Theirs. Don't pretend to care if you don't. Can't even pay you guys enough to be decent people. I like that people are nice to me, but they don't understand that I am in constant fear all the time and I can't function because of it. I'm not even allowed to defend myself. You've gotten to see time and time again what happens when I try to turn this shit in. When I try to defend myself. I'm not allowed. If I defend myself, I go to jail.